What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical average American here today to react and learn about British kitchen objects. 14 British kitchen objects, to be exact. I can't believe there's actually 14 objects for the kitchen that I've possibly never ever heard of before. I mean, in Britain, there are a lot of strange foods, strange to me anyway, as an American, a lot of foods that we never create, drinks we never create, so maybe there's like a lot of stuff you need to make these things or present them, and either way, this sounds extremely interesting. This video here, I know these two that are in this video are Americans who have lived in the UK, and it's from their point of view of like, here's 14 things we never even knew about before moving here. So I think that's absolutely fascinating. Sounds perfect. Especially they're Americans. I can relate a little bit to their surprise and confusion and possibly learn something. So sounds good. Let's take a look.
Spurtles.
No, these aren't conducting batons. From what we understand, spurtles are used to stir porridge, soup, and other liquidy food items.
Spurtles. Spurtles. Looks like a Harry Potter wand or something, right? I would not have thought something like this has a name. It's a little stick with indentions. It's a wand. You stir things. Yeah, I've never seen this before. Wow, right off the bat. And a name like Spurtle, I keep thinking of a Pokemon, Squirtle. Spurtle. Wow. Is this how this is gonna be? 14 things like this that I've just never heard of. I can't even, okay.
Used to stir porridge, soup, and other liquidy food items.
Like...
The UK gave a name to a stick, but a stick that has a very specific purpose, and it's a very nice stick, I have to admit that.
Milk?
Yeah, like milk.
Why the long stick?
What we've been told is that the rod-like shape produces better porridge, as spoons tend to form lumps and other nasty blobs.
Even better, spurtles are easy to clean. Just one strong lick up each side and the porridge comes right off.
If you've used a spurtle before...
You're supposed to clean the spurtle by licking the spurtle. And it's convenient? I actually get the part about it being thin and aerodynamic, so you don't over-incorporate air and lumps into your porridge or whatever else you're making in your UK day-to-day life. Spurtle. It's a wooden stick. Who knew?
Do they work better than spoons? Why or why not?
Yeah.
Pie birds.
When I first heard that Brits actually put blackbirds in their pies, I was prepared for something a lot meatier than these ceramic objects.
Pie birds? Put blackbirds in the pie. Oh man, I'm confused. Blackbird, like a bird? Like you're capturing birds and putting them in pie? That can't be what we're talking about here. Ceramic? I'm very confused. I'm not like the best at cooking or kitchen in general, kitchen knowledge, even American kitchen knowledge, to be honest. So I feel like I'm extra confused.
In their pies, I was prepared for something a lot meatier than these ceramic objects.
From what I understand, British pie birds are used to help vent steam from the inside of the pie and...
Whoa. Whoa, that's cool. Whoa. That's so cool. That's fun. I don't have a lot of pies. I don't interact with a lot of pies, but I love the concept. It has a functional purpose and it looks awesome. It's like this ceramic bird, almost this piece of art. You put in the pie, it lets steam up. It probably looks awesome, like a dragon. The bird is like a dragon breathing fire. Okay, I like this.
And prevent those nasty and very sticky boilovers from happening. These tools are also called pie vents, pie chimneys, and pie whistles.
Wow.
I made a lot of pies growing up. Apple pies, of course, because I'm American. But I never heard about pie birds until I went to the UK.
No, I've never heard of pie birds. Or, spurtles. I can't even remember. Spurtles, pie birds. Oh my gosh. This is a whole new world.
It sounds like a useful thing, though. I feel like we should have one of these in our eventual kitchen.
It does sound really useful. Question for those of you in the front row, do pie birds actually help make better pies? And do they truly whistle? Crumpet rings.
The first time I saw these in the UK...
Crumpet rings. Ooh, what is a crumpet? Oh boy, is that blasphemous to say? Crumpets. I'm Googling it. Don't judge me, I'm Googling it. A small griddle bread made from an unsweetened batter of water, milk, flour, yeast, popular in the UK. Small griddle bread. It's bread. It's like a little pancake. Ooh, okay. That's probably kind of good. Is there something even more specific about it? But to create it, you need these crumpet rings. Okay, I think I get it.
I actually thought they were cookie cutters, but nope, they are crumpet rings.
Given that British crumpets are a lot like American English muffins, there are probably English muffin rings somewhere out there in the wild west of America.
They're like English muffins. It's funny they're called English muffins. Are English muffins popular in England or the UK, or is that an Americanism that we did with the muffins? The English muffins are like crumpets, and there's crumpet rings, and pie birds, and spurtles.
But we just haven't seen them yet.
Scales. This is something that actually really annoyed me at first. And again, this is all based off of personal experience, but I found that...
Scales. Scales like for measuring weight, perhaps?
Many British homes lack measuring cups and instead opt for a scale.
And these aren't even just hit the button and you're ready to go scales. These are proper weights and measure scales like at the doctor's office. They even come complete with little weights.
What? Wait, why does everyone have this? Wait, I feel like this has to be changing. In the modern day, the modern technological era, I would think people in the UK, as cool as these old style scales are shifting towards like digital scales, right? I don't know. It's cool. It's honestly super cool if people still have these. These are awesome. I love like physical analog stuff. But the point here is a lot of people in the UK are measuring what Americans would measure using cups, measuring cups. People in the UK are measuring by weight. I mean, it works, doesn't it? It works all the same. It does sound a bit more like a hassle, I have to admit. That just sounds like more work. It's very scientific, though. Bonus points for that.
Question for you. What kind of scales do you use in your kitchen? Or do you partake of the American practice of using measuring cups?
Yeah.
Pie dolly.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of... very UK. There's a lot of tools and gadgets for pies. For pies.
Brits suck at making bowling pins, is what I thought the first time I saw a pie dolly. No matter how hard I hit them with my bowling ball, I couldn't seem to knock them all down.
Pie dolly. Okay, this is clearly a tool for doing something to the pie. Is it like a rolling pin? It looks like a rolling pin for flattening dough. Pie dolly.
Though this could be because an angry baker kept yelling at me to stop throwing things in his pie shop, but I guess we'll never know. Oh, what's that? Oh, sorry, that was the queen. It's been explained to me that pie dollies are actually for making meat pies, not for bowling.
For making meat pies? Are they going to explain how that piece of wood helps you create a meat pie? Because I don't get it. I don't get it.
My mistake. Suffice it to say that I had never seen one of these before setting foot in the UK.
Huh. How does that lump of wood that looks like a bowling pin help you create mince pies? Well, maybe I'll learn that someday. And here we have Yorkshire pudding tray. Okay.
Yorkshire or Yorkshire pudding trays.
Yorkshire pudding trays are a lot like American...
Excuse me, Yorkshire pudding trays, not Yorkshire pudding trays. They're like, Yeah, like this, like muffin trays and stuff.
American muffin trays, except it is a lot more difficult to carry milk in a Yorkshire pudding tray than it is in an American muffin tray. The more you know.
The more you know. When it comes to carrying milk from one room to the other, definitely swap out your Yorkshire pudding tray for the next entry on this list.
Pudding bowls.
Pudding bowls. Oh man. So there's just, this is really getting specific. There's Yorkshire pudding trays, specifically, and then special bowls for pudding, specifically. I wonder what makes it a pudding bowl.
I have yet to taste British pudding. Of course, I've had pudding in the sense of dessert, but unfortunately that pudding did not include proper pudding. Up until recently, I didn't understand the purpose of pudding bowls either. They just looked like giant bowls, perfect for breakfast cereal, but I was a little unsure about how they helped make pudding.
Is that part of it? Or do they help make you? Do they help make the pudding? Or do you put the pudding in it to eat? Is that why they're giant? Everyone wants lots and lots of pudding to eat, so you gotta have a giant, huge pudding bowl?
A Jamie Oliver video set us straight though. Apparently, you're supposed to grease your pudding bowl, pour your pudding batter or mixture inside, let it steam in a pot for a couple of hours before flipping it out onto a cake dish.
Oh, goodness. I didn't know that there was this process. Some like deep, serious, skillful process in the pudding making. Is this the pudding that kind of comes out like a cake, like sort of rigid? Because I think of pudding as this mushy, liquidy chocolate pudding us Americans demolish. Okay, so you grease the pudding bowl, and it's like it's like a mold for your pudding, so that when you flip it upside down, it comes out in the shape of the pudding bowl. I think I get it.
And then finishing the whole thing off by dousing it in brandy fire.
If you saw our last video, link right here, you understand that no British tradition is complete without copious amounts of fire. And pudding is a great example of how this passion for the flame extends into the kitchen as well. Pudding steamers.
Oh, more pudding. Oh my gosh, more pudding tools. Pudding steamer. You have to steam the pudding. Okay, I'm just barely following along. I didn't know you had to do so many things to the pudding. But what do I know?
Don't feel like using a pudding bowl? Use a pudding steamer instead.
Okay.
We couldn't really figure out the difference between the two, so if you understand why someone would use a pudding steamer over a pudding bowl, feel free to let us know.
Ah, pudding steamer. Really taking pudding into the 21st century. Wow, I think I get it. Pudding steamer. If you want to take your pudding making to the next level, take your pudding creating to the next level.
We are very curious. Tea cozies.
Oh, tea cozies. I've heard this word. Tea cozies. I've heard this. Oh, as I've said, as I've mentioned in the past, I don't know anything about tea. I don't understand the tea, and I don't understand the tea cozies. I don't know what they do. Oh, man.
Don't you just hate it when you're getting all settled in with a nice cup of tea and then the teapot starts moaning about being cold? Stupid piece of inanimate material.
Wait, what? No, okay. I can't relate to that, no. The tea kettle starts making moaning noises when it gets cold? Is that what I'm hearing? And you, get it to shut up by throwing a tea cozy at it?
Ooh, try saying that 3 times fast. Well, rest easy, because apparently British kitchens come equipped with something called a tea cozy, which you can bundle around your teapot to shut it up about the miserable British weather.
Oh, whoa! What? What? This looks fake. This looks made up. It's like a hat for the teapot. For someone who's never seen a tea cozy, although I have heard that word for some reason, I don't know why. I've never seen a tea cozy. This looks made up. This looks like a joke. I gotta Google it. I need pictures. Tea cozy. Oh, it's a store as well in Sacramento. No. Tea cozy. Wait, this one looks like a bulldozer. Wait, what? Hold up. Hold the phone. This one looks like a bulldozer. Oh, there's a whole tea cozy community. This one looks like a beautiful sweater and a bulldozer. What? What? This is a thing. This is really a thing. Okay. All right. Tea cozy.
Just wrap it up and there you go. Nothing
It's literally to make your teapot cozy. I like the name now. Makes complete sense.
better than a cup of tea in silence.
The only way we can shut our American teapots up is by breaking them against our 4-car garages.
Question for the Brits. On a scale from 0 to 10, just how naff are tea cozies?
Washing up bowls.
Washing up bowls. Washing up bowls? So, is it a giant bowl you put all your other bowls in to wash? I got nothing for this one. I have no idea.
Do you remember the movie Inception? It must have been a huge hit in the UK, because similar to how Leonardo DiCaprio enjoys dreams within dreams, British people enjoy sinks within sinks.
Wait. What? I wasn't that far off. I was not that wrong. I thought I was just being stupid and silly. I wasn't that far off. It's a bowl in a bowl. You put bowls in the bowl. Wow. Okay, my confidence is at an all-time high.
I'm sure someone somewhere uses washing up bowls in America, but we have yet to see it. This in contrast to...
Oh, no. I've never seen this ever before. Like, no, this is definitely not an American thing.
In the UK and British homes abroad, where we have seen washing up bowls in every kitchen that we have entered.
Toast racks.
Toast racks. It's a rack for your toast, right? Pretty straightforward. I mean, I say it like it's normal, but I haven't had toast in, gosh, a decade. I don't know, decades, since I was a tiny little kid, little American boy. Toast. So there's so much toast flying around in the UK. It necessitates the need for a rack for your toast. Okay.
Have you ever felt that creeping sense of self-loathing disgust as you realize that you are the least vital employee in your office? Multiply that by 42 and you just might be able to imagine how the toast rack feels every day. Not trying to hurt the feelings of toast racks, but I gotta be honest, I really don't understand the purpose of this kitchen utensil.
Huh? It is a rack for your toast, but from what I'm hearing, it is very underappreciated and underutilized. Yeah, why would you want your toast to sit around like that? And did you make so much toast that you need to put it in a rack? Like, instead of sit down and eat it?
Appliance?
Appliance,
Thing?
I guess?
Yeah.
Serving thing?
Platter? Dish? Rack? A toast rack is essentially that middle limbo between toaster and plate. So you can just remove the toast rack and transfer toast from toaster to plate.
Yes. That's exactly. That's what I was thinking. I don't know about the toast rack. I'm sorry.
Given its rather useless function, we'd like to pass a question off to you. Do you use a toast rack? And if so, why?
And question for the cheap seats, on a scale of 0 to 100, just how tough are toast racks? Egg.
Toff. They keep using this word toff. What does toff mean? Toff. UK. Meaning. Toff, UK meaning. A stylishly dressed, fashionable person? Huh? Toff. How toff? Like how fancy? How fancy is it? Is that what we're asking? Is that what toff means? Okay. Either way, we're moving on to egg cups. Egg cups. Why do you need your egg to be in a cup, is all I think.
Egg cups.
Speaking of posh things, let's talk about egg cups. I say posh because I think we have these in America, but as a kid, I was always under the impression that anyone who could afford the luxury of egg cups.
Huh. It really is a cup for your egg. I guess if you cook the egg a certain way, you can put it like hard boiled or something. You can put it in this cup and eat it with a spoon, like the picture implies. Man, I guess it almost makes sense. I just have never thought of eggs egg cups, the existence of egg cups, the necessity.
Must be doing pretty well for themselves. Did your family have them?
I didn't have egg cups.
Oh.
We were not doing well.
Since I didn't grow up in affluent circles, it wasn't until I went to the UK and experienced true housing estate luxury that I encountered my first egg cup.
Okay, so the egg cups and possibly the toast racks are a little less common, a little fancier, if you will.
Which is to say, they seem really common in the UK. And we do eat hard-boiled and soft-boiled eggs in the USA, but I've always eaten those just on a plate.
Yeah. Egg topper, eggshell cutter.
Oh, wow. Egg topper, eggshell cutter. I don't eat a lot of eggs. I don't mess with the eggs much. Maybe this is useful. I just need to know what it does, I guess.
This thing is a technological marvel, and
Whoa, it is. It is a technological marvel. It is like a big toenail clipper for your egg. You clip the top of your egg off with it, is that right? It's kind of cool.
seems like something Alan Turing may have thought up in his spare time. Breaking the top of my eggs. Is that right to do that?
Yeah.
Breaking the top of my eggs seems a bit barbaric and American. Better to crack it open in one symmetrical swoop.
Like egg cups, neither of us saw egg toppers until we went to the UK.
Wow, that actually seems kind of cool. I'd like to see that in action. Egg topper. I want to see that in action, in the flesh. Does it slice the top off like it's beheading the egg? Or is it cracking it? Or it's interesting. Interesting. Maybe a little unnecessary, but interesting. All right, what do we have here? Pot noodle fork. Pot noodle fork. What do those words mean together? Oh, I have an Adobe pop-up that does not want me to discover. Okay, here we go. Finally, pot noodle fork.
Pot noodle fork. Speaking of technological marvels, let's talk about pot noodle forks. Not only is this a fork that spins itself,
What?
but if you figure out how to use it properly, it can turn what would have been a 5-minute meal into a French-style 3-hour dinner, only with one course.
It spins? Like it has batteries? And the fork spins? Man, that's, very unnecessary, but also very cool. I could see where it would make eating spaghetti easier, I guess, if you got good with it, if you're really skilled with the pot noodle fork. Is this actually common?
Minute meal into a French-style 3-hour dinner, only with one course.
Suffice it to say, America has yet to discover the diet-inducing wonders of the pot noodle fork.
No.
Do you like British food videos? If so, then you will love this playlist of videos right here. It will introduce you to foods that we had never heard about before visiting the UK, as well as
Okay, I think that's it. The pop noodle fork, not pot. Pop. Excuse me. No, pot. Pot noodle fork. Okay. So, I liked this. I enjoyed this video. There was some strange stuff on here. I really didn't think there were 14 whole things that I didn't know about. Kitchen utensils. But by golly, there are definitely at least 14 British kitchen objects that I've no clue that they existed. Probably more. This video was by Wandering Ravens. This was very good. I enjoyed this a lot. Very well done. Very good list. I'm a little shocked. I'm a little shocked at how crazy, adventurous, dare I say imaginative that the UK has gotten with their kitchen objects and what they can do. Some of these were fancy, some of them were downright unnecessary, and some of them were just genuinely cool, but at the end of the day, I enjoyed learning about them. I'm gonna have to look over this again. This was very entertaining. Wow. Kitchen objects. Good stuff. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this reaction, feel free to give it a like or leave a comment. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to the UK culture, things in the UK that I've never seen, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.